to day 2 of the Union City Keeps It Moving Parkinson's Awareness event. Today we are going to stretch it out with Nancy for yoga and get introduced to Dance for Parkinson's with Carmen. We have a Q&A from a local physical therapist from Kaiser Union City, and we'll also spotlight caregivers as well. Don't forget to join us on Zoom after the event, and let's kick it off with Anne.
Welcome to the Union City Mark Green Sports Center Parkinson's Awareness presentation. We're so glad, we're so pleased that you have chosen to join us to learn more about Parkinson's disease. And I'm sure as you have looked at some of the other interviews for this wonderful presentation, that we don't let the grass grow under our feet. This is an active, vital, growing, changing, moving program. The event that got us moving in this direction, and it's a perfect title for it, is the Parkinson's Foundation Moving Day, which at its very beginnings brought together people who wanted to do something about this disease, didn't want to just lie down and let it take its course, wanted to do something about this disease, and realized and wanted to support the idea that exercise is the best way that we can both hold back, stem the tide of this disease, and have the opportunity to meet other people and grow our own support system. For the people who participate in Moving Day, one of the great glorious things is to see all the support that surrounds us, that having this disease does not mean you are alone, which is often the first thought of a person once they're diagnosed, that they are alone. Their family doesn't have it, their friends don't have it, they have it, and they are alone. And that is something that can be immediately erased by beginning to learn about things like Moving Day. So Moving Day this year, as last year because of the pandemic, will be virtual. But it will be fun, it will be informative, it'll be inspiring, and something that you don't want to miss. Moreover, it doesn't happen out of thin air. It requires support. So if you would please join our team, give a generous donation to someone who walks for the team, learn about us, and come on out for Moving Day, May 22nd, from the comfort of your kitchen chair. And you won't be allowed to stay there for very long. They're going to get you up to exercise at some point very soon after that. And we hope to have you on board with our team, all aboard the Union City A train. Thank you very much.
Now you might be wondering, what do we offer here at the Mark Green Sports Center? Well, first off, we offer exercise classes. Power Moves is a physical therapy-based exercise class that we practice in different positions, sitting, standing, on all fours, on your belly, and on your back, and practicing these movements can translate into everyday activities, essentially improving overall quality of life. Rocksteady Boxing is the next class that we offer, and it's really popular. By nature, boxing is a workout that demands the body to move in all different planes of motion and challenges the mind and body to adapt to every stimulus. Dance for Parkinson's is a class that explores movement and music in creative and stimulating ways to address balance, cognition, motor skills, coordination, and physical confidence. These movements and sequences can be done with or without chairs, and just provides a really enriching and refreshing social environment. Yoga for Parkinson's is a special class that will help you maintain fluid motion, physical strength, and flexibility, and best of all, you don't need any previous yoga experience to participate. But exercise classes are not all that we offer. We also offer Parkinson's support group meetings, and in these meetings, individuals with Parkinson's as well as their caregivers or loved ones can join, and individuals will get a chance to discuss and share their experiences and offer support and insight into various topics. But We don't stop there. We also take this support group meeting and that same energy from our exercise classes into special events in the community and also fundraisers. So there's a lot more to be involved with outside of exercise classes. And lastly, we also offer care partner and caregiver support group meetings. These meetings are specifically geared towards caregivers and meets twice a month. It covers a wide array of topics, and most notably, it also includes a mindful meditation and yoga practice as a part of the support group meeting. Now, this is just the summarized version of what we offer here at the Mark Green Sports Center. If you have any specific questions about a particular exercise class or support group meeting, I invite you to call the Mark Green Sports Center, and any of us here will be happy to answer your questions.
And here we are. We're going to transition here to our standing practice. And so I invite you to find a chair and come to standing behind your chair. And so this is our Tadasana. So let's go ahead. Why don't we just rock forwards and back on our feet to start. And you can hold on to the back of the chair if that feels comfortable for you. And just transitioning, as I said, to our standing practice. And you might also now want to move from side to side, just activating here the muscles in the bottom of the feet. And then when you're ready, you might even circle on your feet. Just making little circles with the feet here. And then when you're ready, finding stillness. So you might even pick up the feet and splay your toes and ground the four corners of your feet into the ground beneath you. And so again, finding our standing practice here or our Tadasana. You might even want to take the hands to the side body. So grounding down through both feet, feeling length through the spine. So imagining a string on the top of the head. So lengthening the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, grounding down through both feet. So this is your Tadasana. And coming into another pose here, you might want to place the hands back on the back of your chair. We're going to work on these back muscles, these lower back muscles here. And so what I might do is I might move my chair just so you can see me profile. And so you're standing again, the back of your chair, and hands could be here. And as you inhale, you can inhale raising that right leg behind you, engaging those lower back muscles. Exhale, come back to your Tadasana. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, coming back to your Tadasana. And if you want to bring in some arm work, you can, this contralateral movement. So as the right leg goes back, left arm can come up. And exhale. And so when we bring in the arm work here, opposite arm, we're working both hemispheres of the brain here, contralateral movement. So not only are we strengthening these muscles in the lower back and our arms as we raise them, alternating up and down. Again, working both hemispheres of the brain here as we continue in this movement with breath. One more time on each side. Inhale, then exhale. Inhale, and exhale. So we are moving dynamically. I ask you to find your Tadasana again. Grounding down through both feet. And this time we're going to come into a static pose. And so on your inhale, you're going to inhale, left arm up maybe, if it's available, right leg back. Holding this as best you can. Remember your breath. 2 more breaths as best you can. Last breath. On your exhale, release. And now, on your inhale, left leg back, right arm up, holding this as best you can. 2 more breaths. 1 last breath. On your exhale, release. Both feet are on your ground, hands either on the back of your chair or by your sides. Just allowing your body to feel the echo of that pose. And then holding again the back of the chair, walking your feet back as best you can. We're going to come into our down dog. So walking the feet back, hips are back, and the arms are on your chair, lengthening through the spine, through the top of the head, and out through the tailbones. And so again, just like our Tadasana, as you inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, feel the ground beneath your feet. One more breath. And then when you're ready, walking your feet back to the back of your chair, finding your Tadasana, grounding down through both feet. Arms are by your side. Just again, feeling the echo of that pose in the body. Thank you for joining me in this short practice. And if you want to experience more of the yoga practice, you can join us here at the Sports Center.
The care partners are so crucial because they are the kind of the driving force. It's kind of like starting the engine. We need the engine to start because the apathy in Parkinson's can set in, and it can set in very strong, as well as the depression. So the less you move, the less you feel like moving. So that care partner, come on, let's just go for a walk. If the computer thing isn't really there yet, we've got to do it. It's just like taking your pills. As I mentioned earlier, exercise is medicine. Would you just sit at home and not take your pills for a week or 2 weeks or a year? No. So the care partners are there to help encourage the person to take their pills, their medicine, which is the exercise. And the other thing is, we've had people have care partners actually put the computer or the iPad right in front of them, turn it on, and research has shown just 2 minutes of distraction, whether you're joining a class, watching a class, wondering about a class. 2 minutes of distraction can help get that brain out of that negative kind of emotional state and get people to be motivated again. And it doesn't mean you have to jump into the deep end. If you want to stay seated and just do some of the movements, like in our classes, we always have 2 people, so you can modify how you want to move. If you don't feel great today, you can stay in the chair or do part of the session in the chair. So at least you're getting some input, and the brain likes that. The brain will start to wake up, and then once you start, it'll just keep going and going and going, and then you feel that dopamine rush and you just want to keep going.
My husband has had Parkinson's for 25 years. And about 3 years ago, we were able to enroll him in the Rock City boxing classes at the center. It was great for Dave. It kept him moving, it kept him strong and socially engaged. But one of the side benefits that was unexpected was that I got to meet and share with many other partners of the members of the class. The Parkinson's program recognized the importance of the social engagement for the caregivers and offered to start a caregiver support program with a leader. And so once a month, we began meeting during the boxing classes. And of course, then the pandemic hit, and so we had to switch to Zoom, and now we meet twice a month via Zoom. And I have to say that this group has been invaluable to me, both emotionally and socially, with the support that it's given. And I think I can say the same for the other partners in the caregiver meeting. We share tips about just about everything, from handrails to physical therapy, to where to find a movement specialist. And as new problems arise, we address them, such as swallowing issues or speech difficulties, incontinence, or even constipation. We sometimes cry, but most of the time we laugh during our sessions. And I can't tell you how important it is to have others that you can talk to who understand what you're going through, who can offer suggestions and support. The leader of our group is a very skilled, compassionate facilitator, and she just happens to be a yoga instructor. So she offered to lead us in a 5-minute meditation at the end of each class. And then she realized that this could be very beneficial. And so she generously offered to provide this guided mindfulness meditation for 15 minutes on a weekly basis if we wish to participate. And if you're like me, you probably read a lot about all the benefits of a guided meditation. And yet, if you're like me, you probably didn't do it. And so it was really great to have this organized, scheduled meditation practice that I could take advantage of. And I've really reaped the benefits both emotionally and socially. I was also able to take a 6-week course called Powerful Tools for Caregivers. And this course offered a variety of tools for caregivers to deal with the day-to-day stresses that come up for caregivers. And after having a husband who's had Parkinson's for 25 years, I can tell you, you can't have too many tools in your tool basket. If something doesn't work, you need to try something else. During the class, we learned communication skills. We practiced iMessaging. We also talked about being self-compassionate and avoiding negative self-talk. We focus on finding activities every week that would help relieve stress. You know, I think sometimes caregivers feel like they're taken for granted or not considered in the care of their partners, but yet we're really an integral part. And we can only do a good job if we take care of ourselves. So I'm really grateful to the programs that the Mark Green Center has offered to us. And if I have any advice for caregivers, I would say take advantage of whatever programs are out there for caregivers. It's made a world of difference to me. It's kept me sane, it's kept me positive, and it's kept me physically and mentally well. And I think as a result, I've been a better caregiver for my husband, Dave.
Hi, I'm Nancy Flores, and I'm a yoga instructor offering yoga for people who have Parkinson's here at the Sports Center. And it's a class I've been offering since 2017. And in 2018, we started the Parkinson's Care Partner Support Group, which meets twice a month and has been really a wonderful support for our community here. And not only that, part of what we do in the support group meeting is practice mindful movement and meditation. And the participants who join in this practice really find it beneficial. These are tools that you can draw on during the course of your just everyday lives when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed or feeling anxiety. What we practice in the support group meeting, again, are breath awareness and just movement techniques and being in your body to feel what it is you need to feel. And it really helps. I've had caregivers, care partners who say that what we've learned from the previous week was really something that really helped them get through a very difficult time. So thanks for being here, and I really hope that you're able to stay and join me in a movement practice later on this session. Thanks.
Let's get started with our Parkinson's dance. Okay, make sure you're sitting super tall, body is pulled tall, and shoulders are down, chest is wide open. Let's start with those hands down and just tap the heels of our feet. And if you like, you can just sway your body side to side a little bit. Good. And then when you're ready, let's shake out those hands. And then when you're ready, let me see your fingers. Wiggle them. Nice and easy. Let's open this wiggle. Let's close it. And one more time. Let's open. And let's close. Good. Now can you give me one arm? Open and close. Let's see those fingers. Really spread them. Good. Let's do the other hand. Open and close. Open and close. Really stretch those fingers. 2 more. Let's do both arms. Both hands. Nice. Good. 2 more. Now how about a wave? Good. Now let's take this wave and move it all the way up, all the way down. Nice and smooth, like you're floating. Way up, way down. You can flick that wrist if you like. It's a flick. 1 more. Good, and flick. Can we hold it here? And flick. Move the body side to side on that flick. Nice. Yeah. And let's go back to the center and shake it out. Let's start with those shoulders. Let's drop those arms and give me right and left. Engaging that torso. Getting that flow happening here. 4 more. 3, 2. Now nice and easy. Take a breath and reach. And reach. 2 more. Reach. Now right across that chest and reach. And reach. Good. Let's go back and do it back up over that head. Reach. Torso moving. Again. And then across that chest. Good. 2 more. Now, let's take that movement and sweep. And sweep. So the movement comes right over that lap. Right over that lap. Good. 2 more. Last one. Now, here, look. Let's add. Around that world. Good. Can we hold it right here? Other way. Nice, easy flow. Lots of torso. And meet me in the middle, please. Let's engage some of those legs. Let's bring those toes in and out. And if you want, put your hands in there. And your arms. So you're opening and closing. Yeah. Let's add those heels. Let's push it out and in this time. Instead of opening and close, we're reaching out. Same thing that the heels are doing. Good. Now, let's add. Here we go. Heel. Heel. Now let's engage the arms and reach on one. Big reach. Like you're reaching forward to shake somebody's hand. Nice. Let's add. Way up. Push it. Like you're pointing. Let's use those pointers. Big point. Nice. Now let's combo. And go. Toes. 2 more. Now the heels. Remember the arms. Start out and in. Yeah. 2 more. Here come the heels. Reach to me. Again. Now remember, those pointers. Good. 2 more. Good. Remember my flick? Good. Do you remember the wave? Nice. And remember those arms. Down and up and down and up. I need 2 more. So this is a nice combo that you can do in your chair. I need 1 more. And sweep. And sweep. You remember that sweep? Body. 1 more. We're going to take that sweep around the world. Here we go. Nice. Hold that world still for a moment. Other way. Lots of torso. Very nice. Good. Big breath. Ooh. Yes. And I'm Carmen. Have a great day.
We know that exercise has many benefits for human body. Exercise improves our heart health. Exercise improves metabolic conditions like diabetes. Exercise reduces the risk of osteoporosis. It also helps our cognition, our ability to think. Specifically for people with Parkinson's disease, exercise has shown to have what is called a neuroprotective and neurorepair effect, meaning that exercise helps us reduce as well as improve the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Robert sent me some questions that were raised by the support group at Mark Green Sports Center, and I'll address those questions. The pandemic has been hard on all of us, especially my patients with Parkinson's disease. What my patients have shared with me is during the lockdown, they haven't been able to continue their exercise as usual. They haven't been able to attend their exercise classes like they did before. They couldn't go to the gym like they did before. Some people were also not sure if they should be walking outside. So all in all, there has been a drastic decrease in the level of exercise. And that has taken a toll, a negative effect for sure. I definitely notice deconditioning in my patients. I also have seen a decline in the level of their disease. We know that exercise, when done consistently and following the correct principles of exercise, has neuroprotective and neurorepair effect for Parkinson's disease. What that means is when we exercise consistently, we will be able to slow down the progression of the disease. We also can improve the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. World Health Organization has given us what is called an exercise prescription. They want us to exercise 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity aerobic or cardio exercise. We can divide that into 30 minutes, 5 days a week. And moderate intensity is important too. How do we decide that? Moderate is different for each person. When we exercise, it should be a little bit difficult. You should feel a little out of breath. You may get sweaty, but you should be able to speak in full sentences. If you exercise and you feel like you're going to pass out, then you are exercising too hard. We want to find that Goldilocks zone, not too hard, not too easy. As long as we exercise at intensity that is moderate for us, we'll get the benefits of exercise. WHO also recommends 2 days a week of strength training. And we have observed that there are certain elements that need to be part of these exercise regimens. We should incorporate large amplitude movements, high intensity exercises, and balance exercises. But as long as we include these components, we can do any exercise that we like. There have been studies that have shown that yoga, tai chi, walking, biking, swimming, dancing, boxing, several different styles of exercise are beneficial to improve and control the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. So choose an exercise that you like and exercise consistently. My common recommendation to my patients is start exercising. Make exercise part of your lifestyle. We eat every day, we should be able to exercise every day. Physical inactivity has dual negative effect. Not only people become deconditioned, but it also will increase their symptoms such as stiffness and then balance deficit when people are not active. There are several balance exercises that would be beneficial for most of us. We need to work on static, meaning stationary, where we are standing in one place, and also dynamic balance exercises, moving exercises. If I was to pick two exercises, I would say standing balance on one leg and then tandem walking, walking one foot in front of the other. Those would be my most favorite balance exercises. Be sure to practice them safely. Make sure you hold on to something if you are not feeling strong enough yet. The answer is yes. Everyone, irrespective of their mental alertness or other comorbidities, other conditions, will still benefit from exercise. We may have to choose what form of exercise they do based on their other ailments. So if I was to give example, say somebody has knee arthritis that prevents them from walking as part of exercise, then they could choose bicycling for their aerobic exercise. As far as people with dementia or decreased mental alertness, simple command exercises would be much easier than an exercise form which requires multiple step commands. But as long as we are able to find exercise that they can follow, it'll be beneficial for them for sure. I hope you found this information helpful. Start exercising today. For people with Parkinson's disease, exercise is medicine. Thank you.
A Sunday morning fun run in the East Bay saw hundreds of superheroes come out to help raise money for those affected by Parkinson's disease.
Once a year, the Mark Green Sports Center holds a 5K, 10K superhero-themed race that brings together everyone from first-time race goers and families to serious runners for a fun community event that helps us raise a little bit of money and awareness for a good cause. Since 2016, that cause has been the Parkinson's Foundation. It was the first year we began offering Parkinson's exercise classes. While still a small community event, it kicks off the Sports Center's fundraising for the Parkinson's Foundation Moving Day event. The grants given out as a result of Moving Day is what made our exercise program possible. We took the event virtual for this year, given the circumstances, and however we move forward in the future, live or virtual, this race will continue to be a platform for us to bring attention to the fight against Parkinson's.
We came to be in this wonderful program of ours thanks to the backing of an entire city. Now, stop and think about that for a minute. Okay, Union City, its city council, its Commission on Parks and Recreation, its sports center, its staff, its attendees, its members, everyone, and their families has been 100% behind what we have been trying to do. And it began in 2015 with a piece of paper, which I brought to Robert Magnabua, and I said, you can do some very specialized exercise in Parkinson's disease. And then later on, we had the first moving day, the very first grassroots moving day. And out of that, a moving day grant, local grant, which I presented to Karina Hahn. And I said, we could maybe get a Parkinson's exercise program grant for here at the Sports Center. Would you support us? And she took it and went to all the high places that is required to get approvals for things and sat down, and together we wrote the very first Parkinson's Foundation local grant from Moving Day. And the rest is history. the Sports Center received top marks by the award committee. They said we had no doubt that this was one that was going to go forward. So we are very fortunate, and we've appreciated the city designating April as Parkinson's Awareness Month, and also awarding Robert and the members of the Sports Center staff who conduct and teach the classes for people with Parkinson's, to commend them for their dedication, which goes above and beyond just their physical presence. It goes into their dedication and their heartfelt commitment that makes such a huge difference from all of us. So thank you, Robert. Thank you, teachers of Parkinson's exercise. Thank you, Karina, for your leadership. Thank you, Union City, for your support.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining this special event. I do hope that you learned something about Parkinson's. Hey, don't move. Stay tuned and join us for Zoom.